All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Badash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who were very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim who pushes his gospel and truth and his sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. So, Brother Quana Watt, come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Lord will, it is edifying. Lord will, it is straight to the point. I'm just gonna hop right into it, man. It's 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And that's right, man. There's a lot of things that are ultimately taking place as of right now. Right. You have just dealing with the next major prophecy. You have Jacob's trouble, right, and all the things, certain events and such, that are leading up to that situation, right, leading up to the fulfillment of Jacob's trouble, such as, you got America right now, man. Ultimately, America's going through a series of hackings of government, agencies, government buildings, right, such as hospitals and, certain things of that nature. I was at the brother Yuana's, man, and it was me, the brother Yuana, and our pops. We're sitting there, we're watching the elder brother Aisha Yard from GMS Charlotte, and he was going in on, basically just that, how ultimately these blackouts are gonna, take place here soon, you know. Which, hey, man, when we see these things, we rejoice, right? We rejoice because we're ultimately, one step closer to, the kingdom, man. You know, because the faster that Jacob's trouble comes means the faster that World War III comes, which means the faster that Yahweh Shai comes, man. And that's the most sought after prophecy is Yahweh Shai's coming, right? Because that means basically two things, man, right? That Yahweh Shai is coming to deliver the elect, right, and and completely destroy America and take Esau Edom out of power, right? Because right now, right, with this damn devil in power, man, it's nothing but wickedness, right? It's nothing but evil, right? That's being done here in the world, man. Right, as it says in Second Esdras, which I don't have the apocrypha on me. I'm using my phone, so I just got the regular KJV Bible without the apocrypha sitting in front of me. But as it says in Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. You got these moles, right? As that brother Shamar, man, he goes them hotel motels, man. Right, you got hotel motels walking around everywhere. You got man, you got these monstrous children everywhere, man. You know, you just got a lot of wickedness happening here, man. Bestiality and so on and so forth, man. All these different things are happening here in the world, which we know America, right, is the epicenter, right? The beginning of all that wickedness that we see in the earth, right? It all starts here in America, man. And this is why, again, when we see articles such as America, being having these hacks and so on and so forth. Again, that's going to lead to what? That's going to lead to the grid being shut down, right? Which is ultimately going to lead to chaos, right? When the grid goes down, what's going to happen? And I always mention it, right? Those that are elderly or disabled that look to technology to help keep them alive and stuff like that, they're going to be the first ones to die, man. Right? The first ones to go, the old, the decrepit, the dependent on the technology are ultimately going to be the ones that die first, man. And we understand that majority of society depends on this on technology, man. These women, they depend on it for their currency, which is attention. They depend on these cell phones and cameras and so on and so forth, man. So you're gonna have women freaking out, man, but even men, right? You got a lot of men that are effeminate, right, that are in the same type of spirit, man, right, that need the technology, that need the internet and so on and so forth to continue to function. All it's going to be complete and utter chaos when that situation ultimately pops off. If it pops off, it could be a hacking, right? There's many different things. There's three major ways that this ultimately the grid can go down, right? Solar flares, which Esau has been talking about solar flares, recently a lot too, right? You got the hackings, right? Which they're currently talking about how Russia is hacking, a Russian group or whatever is hacking, American, government buildings and federal buildings and so on, federal agencies and so on and so forth, man, right? As well as you got, a possible EMP attack, right? That might come from Russia, from China, so there's like three different avenues of how this, grid failure can ultimately take place, man. And we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We understand why these things are being talked about and why the grid is going to be shut down, because Esau Edom has an agenda, and that agenda, right, is him creating the chaos, right? He already has his solution, right? Because his whole thing is order out of chaos, right? So he ultimately creates the chaos, right, with the solution in the background ready to be offered, right? So he creates the chaos, lets you people wig the hell out, and that was in a video that Elder ICR had done. He was basically talking, or he basically played a video of what looked to be an Edomite man, and he was mentioning, he said they're gonna let, when the elites ultimately let the grid go down and they ultimately let everything, start to, go into chaos and people start wigging the hell out, that they're not gonna let it go on for a very long time. They're gonna let it go on to where it's the point where, okay, people, they will do anything in order to get, that system back up and running. They will do anything in order to continue to survive or go back to the state in which they were at, man. So they're gonna drag it on. They're gonna create the chaos, which we're seeing, right? When the grid goes down, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be absolutely it. People are going to wig the hell out, man. Because this society, and Esau is smart. He literally got everybody to their whole life surrounded around technology, surrounded around the internet and so on and so forth. So that way he can do what he needs to do, right? And not look like the bad guy, And he's very, very, very deceptive, man. Esau is very deceptive. He got all you people in a fucking trick bag, man. And none of you people see it. Right? None of you people see it. And quoting another scripture from the Apocrypha, 2 Esdras, the 7th chapter, right? The 16th verse states what, man? That why have you not considered the thing that is to come rather than that which is present? Right? Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. Again, I don't have my Apocrypha, But a lot of you people ain't paying attention. A lot of people, you don't give a fuck about what's coming. But yet the time that's coming is going to be a very deadly one. Right? We just read it in 2 Timothy 3:1 that a perilous times are coming, man. Right, a lot of people are gonna die, man. A lot of people, because again, when dealing with, and I know there's a lot of scriptures that I have, in mind, right? But they're in the Apocrypha, so I can only quote them, Like I said, I don't have my Apocrypha on me, and I don't have my, another phone to be able to pull them up, But people are gonna wig out. Scriptures talk about 2 Esdras, the 15th chapter, right? You can begin at the 14th verse, right on down. It says there's gonna be sedition among men, right? There's going to be a great insurrection. There's going to be, complete and utter lawlessness. When all that shit starts to pop off, right, there's going to be complete and utter lawlessness, man. You're not going to have no food, right? There's not going to be no food, no water in these stores, right? 2 Esdras, the 6th chapter, right? The 22nd verse talks about how the full storehouses are suddenly going to appear empty, man. You're not going to have no food, no water. And that's beautiful because, again, dealing with these articles, man, and things that are going on, right? And on naturalnews.com, there was an article that states, it says drug and food shortages are here. So there's a lot less food, right? A lot less medical supplies, a lot less of everything, really. And again, this is all going back to Esau Edom's agenda, right? He has the agenda, right, to ultimately create the chaos so that he can bring forth a solution, right? Have you people in a position to where you're like, I will do anything, right, to go back to the way it was, right, prior to all hell breaking loose. And that's how he's got you. That's how he's gonna fucking reel you in. He yanked the hook, it's set, and now he's about to reel you in, man. by giving you this what? This charagma, man. All roads, everything that we see happening right now, all roads lead to the fulfillment of Revelations 13 and 16. You know, let me grab that. You know, this is what it's leading to. This is what everything is going to. And you know, you got people out here that say that that the charagma is not the RFID micro C hip, but the scriptures say in Habakkuk 2 and 3 that the end shall speak and not lie. So what is speaking? What is being made evident that the charagma is, right? And it's being made evident that the charagma is the RFID micro C hip, man, right? The little rice grain, technology that they're trying to insert in your hand, right? The little brain disc that they've been implanting in multiple people already, right? Doing these miracles, right? What they call miracles, right? People being able to see, right? That were blind, people being able to hear that were deaf, people being able to walk that were paralyzed, right? There was a video that of a so-called white man, right? He had gotten into a car accident, right? He was paralyzed for 10 plus years. Well, they put that disc in his head, and now he's able to walk, man. You know, that's that miracle. This is what they're ultimately going to push. And matter of fact, I'm going to start up at that. This is Revelation 13 and verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles, right? So he's deceiving you people, man, right? Making you think that, hey, this is going to work. This is going to be, this, you're going to be able to walk again. You're going to be able to do this, that, and the third, right? Hey, well, in one instance, were they able to actually, make it to where this person was able to take this charagma, and even when they turn it off or remove it, because he's built some type of nerve connection, different kind of nerve connections, now he's able to walk and feel his legs and so on and so forth. Hey, but that could just be one case, man. Right? The Lord could allow that to happen so that way he can say, oh, we made a breakthrough, and allow you people to sit there and fully believe it. But in reality, right, when majority people take it, and guess what? And when they turn it off or whatever, hey, now you're not able to fucking, you go right back to not being able to stand. You go right back to not being able to see. You go right back to not being able to, hear, right? And so on and so forth, man. This is part of his agenda, man. It all goes back to him wanting full control, right? His push of this charagma, right? And trying to ultimately get people to take it it goes right back to his control, right? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4, where he wants to set himself up as the Most High. That when, hey, guess what? When he goes and sits there and you don't do what he wants you to do, it's like when you do what he doesn't want you to do, or you participate in an event that he doesn't want you to participate in, or he's against, right? It's against society. Well, guess what, man? He might be able to turn that off, and now you can't see. Oh, well, we're gonna punish you with 10 days of blindness, right? You're gonna go back to not being able to see, right? We're gonna punish you with a week of being deaf again. That's what he wants to be able to do, man. That's the kind of control that this damn devil wants over you people, man. You got the devil, man, that the Bible speaks of, trying to ultimately set himself up in control forever, man. Going back, Revelation 13 and 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power in the sight of the beast. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had a wound by a sword and did live. Right? Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And you go into that word, which again, always, we're back to, the video that I watched of Elder Yashawamba, right? When he went into this, the breakdown of this word killed, right? Which in the Greek is a apoktano, right? Which means to be physically killed, right? But you go into that root word apo, it goes into what, man? It goes into be separated by physical distance, right? So he's ultimately going to separate you, right? If you, and that could be step one, right? Him sitting here, or warning number one, or consequence number one, right? He could sit here and be like, all right, well, hey, this is what you did. You ate too much meat this month, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut off your bank account for a month, right? And you're not gonna be able to use the funds. Oh well, the funds ultimately expire if you don't use them by the end of the month. So you're not gonna have no money, right? You're not gonna have no means of being able to buy anything, go anywhere, do anything, right? We're gonna shut down your car, right? We're gonna lock you out of your house. You're gonna be homeless for a month because of what you did, right? That's very well. It could go to any extent at that point, man, right? It could be a slap on the wrist, all the way to you being physically killed, right? You being against the society, you not wanting to be or do exactly what they sell you to do at every moment of every single day, man. This is the dystopia that Esau Edom is ultimately trying to set up, you know? Fuck, man, we got to get the hell up out of here, man. You know? In verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, which, hey, that word causeth goes into make, right? To force one too, right? So soon he's going to come down, right? As of right now, we see that he's trying to, he's trying to bribe you people into taking it, right? Which soon that's not going to work, right? It's going to work for some, but it's not going to work for all, right? Soon he's going to be like, nah, we got to have everybody on the same page, right? So what he's going to do, he's going to force the masses. He's going to come down having great wrath and force the masses to take this charagma, and Esau Edom very well could use, right, the power outages, the blackouts, and so on and so forth, right, the cover of darkness to be able to do what he needs to do, right? Because we understand, right, it goes back to, the what is that? It goes back to the FEMA, right? Martial law, right? Where they have their FEMA coatings, right? They have, or the color coatings, right? They have the red, the blue, and the yellow, which the red are ultimately those that are against society, right? Completely. The blue are those that follow the red, and the yellow are those that are going to comply with society, right? So they could use the cover of darkness, right? Where shit can't be recorded on phones, it can't be, broadcasted on the internet, right? Going live, this and the third, like everybody does today, right? Whenever they see a fight or they see police doing what they're doing, being beaten up, like just like the fucking George Floyd situation, man. That shit was recorded, man. Esau don't want that. Esau want to be able to do whatever he wants to do and nobody know about it, right? He wants to be able to go into this person's house and 3 doors down not know shit about it. They still sleep. But they went into this house and ransacked the whole house, killed everybody in the house, because they're against society. They're against the agenda that Esau Edom is ultimately pushing. This very well could take place, man. And I wouldn't put it past this damn devil, man. I wouldn't put it past this damn devil that he's ultimately gonna shut down this grid system, right? By some false flag situation, right? Whether it be, Russia, hackings, China EMP or these solar flares, right, that happen. That when that situation pops off, that's when he's gonna come and round up, really the men of the Lord, man, and anybody else that's against his society, and ultimately try to get them to take the charagma, try to get them to cast off the laws, of Yahweh Shem Shai in order to, serve them, and again, man, Slakia, man, I don't have my apocrypha. I wish I had my apocrypha, I'll be able to, bring out some, some fire precepts, man, but yeah, man, Esau's gonna sit there and say, oh no, it's not enough, and they're gonna force everybody to take the charagma, man, Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. We're in that time where this is ultimately going to come to pass, where the grid is going to go off, right? Which is ultimately the Lord bringing the plagues of ancient Egypt back on modern day Egypt, man, right? Which one of those plagues was what? Darkness, man, right? And we know that going back into the time of Egypt, right, that there was mass death that came, right? That death angel, which we know was Yahweh Shai, when that death angel came, right, took out extremely large numbers of people and animals, man. Killed the Egyptians' firstborn, killed the Egyptians' animals, and so on and so forth, man. Right? It's like, yeah, fucking incense breaking off and smash that shit out before it starts a fire. But yeah, man. So let me read this again. Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, which today that means everybody, man. Those that are in the prisons, those that are rich, those that are poor, the homeless, right? Those that have a lot, those that have none. Everybody gonna be subject to taking it, man. From your fucking, your governor, your mayor, your president, all the way down to your third world country fucking poor man. Slack you. Slack you, man. It's a little warm out here in Arizona, man. Really warm. It's already 100 degrees. We're only like 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30 in the morning. You know, it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So they're gonna ultimately, Esau Edom is gonna force the masses to take this charagma, right? And it's not gonna be something where he comes up and says, all right, you need to take this. You ain't got no choice. You need to take it. He ain't gonna ask, man. He ain't just gonna tell you. He gonna force you. Take it or you die. No, boom. You're done. You're done at that point, man. Right? Because Esau, and he ain't gonna bat an eye because he has an agenda, right? Part of his agenda, right? Going back to the Georgia Guidestones, man, right? Where Esau Edom ultimately wants to set up his population at 500 million or less. So that means majority, that's 7.5 billion people ultimately have to die. So, hey, again, Esau Edom could use the cover of darkness, right? To just go and just start murdering mass numbers of people, man. All those that are in the blue, all those that are in the red, gonna get mass murdered, and maybe even some that are of the yellow, man. Of that yellow class, those that are already willing to bow down to the system, man. He might even kill some of them too, right? Because it's all about his agenda. Man, Esau Edom is the wicked, man. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. Just flowing in the spirit at this point, man. Only had a few precepts, so we're just gonna keep going. This is it's like, man, I can't remember where that freaking precept is at. Drawing a freaking blank, man. I think I know where it's at. Drawing a freaking blank. 13. Right here, just Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Right? So Esau Edom, right? He can't do good, man. Right? All he's able to do and all he was created to do is be wicked, be evil, man. So you best believe that when it comes to his new, his agenda, right? This dystopia that he's ultimately trying to set up, and you best believe it's gonna be full of wickedness, man. Right? Because as we see in the earth today, right, the earth is full of wickedness, man, and it goes back all the way to this damn devil, Esau Edom, right? As it says in Sirach, right, Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, right, which we call Sirach, what is that? The 10th chapter, the 2nd verse. It says, as the judge is, so is his officers and those that dwell under him, man. Which, hey, guess what? Hey, Esau Edom is in control, man. Esau Edom is in control of everything that you see here, man. He has the ability, right? Because the scriptures are right in front of him. He has the ability to apply the scriptures, but guess what? It's not in him to do so, man. It's not in him to do so. So everything that we see happening is contrary to Yahweh Shemel Shai and his word, man. And this is why, because the Lord had ultimately stated that he's going to set up a righteous rulership, right? This is why this place has to go down, because the kingdom that Esau is ultimately trying to establish, right? This new system, this new world, right? This one world order, one world government, right? That he's trying to set up has nothing to do with righteousness, man. It will never have anything to do with righteousness, because the righteous is not in authority yet, right? The wicked are in authority. That's why the scriptures say that when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, man. The people are mourning. We're in mourning right now, man. When you see this shit happening in the world, man, you should be sighing and crying for all the shit that's happening here, man. This is why scriptures tell us it's not our rest. It is not our rest to be sitting here, trying to party and trying to go out and establish some type of, retirement plan or 401k, so on and so forth. This place is going down. This place is going the fuck down, man. So why would you want to sit here and try to establish something on a sinking ship? You trying to sit here and patch up the ship when the ship is already halfway sunken, man. It's time to abandon ship. Abandon ship. Because this motherfucker's going down, man. The Lord's finna destroy this place here soon, man. You can see it. Right? The Lord said, make the vision plain upon tables that he that readeth it may run. Right? It's plain to see that America's going down, man. Right? You got these these nations ultimately trying to be a part of BRICS, right? They're dropping the dollar, right? You got war happening between Russia and Ukraine, which America and NATO are sticking their fucking 2 cents into it, right? You got China about to invade Taiwan. That's why America's sitting here evacuating American citizens, right? All these things are happening right now, man. Esau's about to force his charagma, right? He's about to turn the lights off. He's about to force his charagma, and then you got World War III on the brink, man. Which again, when we see these things, we rejoice, man, because we're one step closer. One step closer. Every time we see these articles, we're one step closer to being in the kingdom, man. And this is why we're constantly sitting here warning you people that all these things are coming. Right? That you people need to get right. That you people need to start paying attention. Let me grab this real quick, man. I know I quoted it earlier. Come on, let me start at this. Ezekiel 33 and verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, right? Which we're the watchmen, man. Right? We're watching. We're out here doing what we're supposed to do, paying attention and looking at these new alternative news articles and so on and so forth, such as naturalnews.com, right? AmericaFirstReport.com, AndTimeHeadlines.com, blacklistednews.com, zerohedge.com, so on and so forth. There's many others out there, man. That's right. There's an article, or not article, but an app that we get into, right? Newsbreak app and stuff like that. It gives us a lot of good information, man, on what's going on in the world, man, right? And how it aligns up with prophecy, right? This is what we're doing, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem El Shai, this is what we're commanded to do, right? And we're doing just that, man, right? Verse 3, it says, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, which again is what we're doing, right? These video epistles, right? As well as, going out to the highways and hedges, right? Warning the people, man. It says, verse 4, it says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. And that's exactly what's going on, right? You people are going to be responsible for your own actions, right? You're going to be judged based off of what you did or did not do, man. Yahweh Shai straight up said, man, right? That he's, behold, he comes quickly. In that way, he's going to give every man according to his work shall be, right? So you're going to be judged. You're going to be judged based off of your own actions, your own actions and reactions, man, or lack thereof, man. So if you don't take heed to this word and get right, you're going to be screwed, man, because you're being warned, which is ultimately a form of mercy, man. That's a form of mercy. The Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai sending his prophets out there to warn you, to tell you what not to do, right? So that way you can avoid the punishment that's coming and you not taking heed. That's the Lord showing you mercy and you slapping him right in his face, man. Let me grab this. This is Jeremiah chapter 25. Jeremiah chapter. Let's see right here. Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 4. It says, "And the Lord has sent unto you all his." Yeah, fuck, I hate that shit, man. You know, but again, I'll read it again. Jeremiah 25, just in case, man. Jeremiah 25 and verse 4. "And the Lord have sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened nor inclined your ear to hear." So you people are just turning your back on the Lord, man. The Lord's showing you mercy. He's saying, hey, this is what's coming. This is what you need to do to so that way this doesn't come upon you. Right? But you, hey, man, you Israelites, man, are fucking stubborn, man. Hard-headed than a motherfucker, man. You know? Y'all would rather choose death than life. That's Jeremiah the 8th chapter, the 3rd verse, man. Right? Matter of fact, let's grab that too. Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 3. Page kind of small. Jeremiah 8 and 3, it says, "And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I've driven them, saith the Lord of hosts," man. Hey, because again, at the end of the day, right, the beginning and the end of the day, the prophets are out here speaking the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right, which are the words that will bring you life, man. Baruch, the 4th chapter, the 1st verse, right? This word will give you life. If this word, as long as you follow it, will lead you to eternal life, man. But yet Jake would rather continue to follow the ways of the heathens, right? Continue to engage in adultery, eating abominable foods, right? Doing all these wicked ass things, rather than doing and following instructions in righteousness and taking heed to something that'll ultimately get you. I said it before. Many brothers have said it before. This is the cheat code. The words of Yahweh Shema Shah are a cheat code, man. When you go and play Grand Theft Auto or any of these other games, you put in a cheat code, you're bypassing all of that hard ass work, right? And now you're good, man. You come on, man. You in Grand Theft Auto alone, man. You a cheat code, man. When you get into some shit with the police and this, that, and the third, man, you just boom, 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 hit a cheat code. The police offer you, man. You know, or you hit a cheat code and you got a helicopter, man. You hit a cheat code. You got all these different things, right? You got help, right? That allows you to get out of those situations, allows you to make it through whatever situation that you're coming up against, man. You know, this is the cheat code, right? As it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. This is the cheat code, man. The words of Yahweh Shemel Shah are the cheat code, man. You know, but Jake want to get cheat codes for, for stupid shit, right? Fake reality, fake, games that, that ultimately, that are fake, man. Right? Grand Theft Auto, that shit ain't real, you know? Jake want to live in a fantasy, but yet when it comes to something that's real, they don't want to apply it. They don't want to get this cheat code, man. You know? Because Esau has ultimately made it to where everybody thinks that everything is a fucking, a fantasy, man. Everybody lives in a fantasy world, you know? You know, everybody lives in a fucking fantasy world, man. You know? So ain't shit real. You know? You know? So you got the words, you got the prophets out here in the highways and byways warning new people, right? Every single day. Every day. You got thousands of videos going out every single day, man. But yeah, Jake don't want to take heed. And that's why, again, the Lord had ultimately stated what? He said what? That, hey, because you don't want to take heed, right? Matter of fact, let me grab it. It's Isaiah chapter 65 and Isaiah chapter 66. Let's jump to that one. Isaiah 66 and verse 4. It says, "I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. The Lord's about to bring your worst fears upon you, man. Right? When Esau Edom turns off, the grid, right? And you see a shit ton of your loved ones, right, going down, right? When you see a lot of death happening around you, right? You people are gonna be wigging the fuck out, man. Right? Some people's greatest fear is being around death and seeing death. Some people's greatest fear is not having their phones or not having the internet, not having people to talk to, right? Being secluded, right? Being all by themselves, being alone, right? The Lord's going to bring all those fears upon you people, man, because you don't want to listen, because you don't want to take heed. You're being warned. Lord's warning you people. He's giving you and showing you mercy, man. The Lord don't have to give you no warning. Lord don't have to tell you about shit. But yeah, he's doing it. It says, I will also choose their delusions and I will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. And the Lord's calling right now, man. Right? He's got his prophets on the highways and byways, literally trying to draw you people in, man. Saying, hey, you might want to, hey, come on, man. You might want to hop on board with us, because we know where we're going. We know where what we're doing is going to lead to something great and eternal. The path that you were on is going to lead to, it's going to be a short path, man, and it's a dead end. It's a dead end. But yeah, they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. 2/3 of you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't want to listen. So you're going to have to die. You're going to have to die. This period, point blank, right? It says, when I spake, they did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose, and chose that in which I delighted not. So you chose death, man. Hold on, man. My fucking wind's starting to pick up, man. It started to move my backpack all over the place. Let me set it down and see if that'll work like that. Hold on. Let me know if you watch, man. Let me know if you can still hear me. Where was I at? I'll read verse 4 again. This is Isaiah 66 and verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not. Right? You chose evil and wickedness over righteousness, man. So you're gonna have to perish, man. Isaiah 65 says what, man? Therefore will I number you to the sword, man. And you shall all bow down to slaughter. Why? Because you didn't want to hear, you didn't want to listen, right? And there's gonna be, again, when they shut off that lights, man. I don't know if y'all ever seen it, man. It's like a documentary, so to speak, man. I was mentioning it to my wife, earlier, man, and it's called American Blackout. Which again, the elder Karatazar, here in Phoenix camp, man, the head of the camp, he posted that, in the chat a while back, man. And, I was able to watch it. I think I watched most of it. I didn't think I watched the whole thing, but I watched most of it. And it's like an hour and some change. I can't remember how long, almost 2 hours, closer to the 2 hour mark. But, hey, it gives you a really good depiction on what is coming, right? What's ultimately going to take place in the very near future. There's so much, that we can only give you. Brothers gotta do, a separate video, part 1 or part 2, on Jacob's trouble and all the things that are ultimately gonna, according to the words of the Lord, that are ultimately gonna take place in the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? You got apparitions that are gonna happen, newly created beasts. Right? You're gonna see, demons in the flesh, so to speak, man. We're already starting to, man, just, I don't want to go off too much off topic, man, but you had that video, I think it was I can't remember that brother's name, but Saints of Jersey 2, right? He ultimately did a video, ultimately mentioning or showing you that Kevin Gates was talking to this female, and man, they were demonically possessed, man. Straight up demonically possessed. Their speech. Kevin Gates' daughter ultimately mentioned that she was doing magic on her brother. Kevin Gates like covered her mouth and pulled her down and stuff like that, man. And then the fucking female that was that he was ultimately FaceTiming, she stated like in third person, talking about herself. She said the words, "Oh, she's so sweet with kids." And Kevin Gates replied and says, "Oh, why do you not speak for yourself? Why do you speak through your familiar?" Scriptures talk about familiar spirits. So you got all these different things that are happening. You're gonna see, again, demons in the flesh. Demons just as demons, you see them, man. Like you see in the fucking movies and shit, man. There's a lot of things that are ultimately going to take place in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. That's going to be a huge fear. People seeing, the monstrous clowns and, what I mean? Just fucking, man. It's going to be a crazy time, man. But you can read that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, man. Right? That how in the time of, the time of Egypt, right? Ancient Egypt, people were seeing and hearing certain things, man, that ultimately, people were so afraid. They were so afraid that they just gave up the ghost, man, just by the things that they heard, let alone the things that they saw, and there was a lot of shit that was going on, man. And those same things are going to happen here in the near future, man. So really all we can do is warn you, man. These things are coming. And if you don't get right, then you will be asked out. That's the bottom line of it, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, I can't remember what scripture is at, man. One thing that sucks, yeah, I don't have my apocrypha, man, so I can't really pull up, as many precepts as I want to, so I'm just gonna have to grab a couple more precepts, man, and then we'll get out of here. Let's grab this. This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse. Ooh, hold on. Let me grab the Amos. This is Amos. Jumping to chapter 5. And listen, Amos chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, "Seek good and not evil, that ye may live." That's right, man. Right? So follow, after the example in which Yahushua gave us, man. Yahushua wasn't out here sinning. He never sinned. He's perfect, man. In the flesh, he was perfect. Scriptures say to walk even as he did, man. So we're to ultimately seek, right? Seek out the old path, and walk on that path, man. Right? Scriptures say, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read," man. This is good, right? The law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bashim El Shai is what's good, man. The words of Yahweh Bashim El Shai is what's good. This is what we're supposed to seek, man. This is what we're supposed to follow, right? Again, speaking directly to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right, as well as you Israelite foreigners, right? You speckled birds, man, which are you Israelites that have been scattered, throughout the world, into these other nations, and throughout time you began to look like these nations that you've been scattered in, but yet going back to the lineage of your father, you were Israelites, man. This is who the Lord is talking to, man. Right? The Lord is only dealing with you Israelites, saying, "Hey, this is your heritage, man. This is your book. This ain't no fucking white man's book, man. This is the book, the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bashim El Shai. The law, statutes, commandments that Yahweh Bashim El Shai gave to the Israelites, man. He didn't give to no other nation, pursuant to Psalms 147, man. You know, it says, "See good and not evil, that ye may live." Right? And because at the end of the day, Sirach 15 and 17, right? Even going back in the time of Moses, man, a life and death was put right before us, man. You know, life and death is still before us, right? You're either going to follow in the ways of the world, the ways of Esau, Edom, and you're ultimately going to receive of death, or you're going to follow after the law, statutes, commandments, Yahweh Shem Shah, to the best of your ability, and Lord will, you know, be delivered and be part of the first fruits, right? To ultimately enjoy the beginning of eternal life, man. The beginning of everything that was given to the Israelites, right? To the elect, man, right? Starting with Yahweh Shai, you know. It says, verse 14, "Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. So the Lord, the power of hosts, shall be with you as ye have spoken. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord, power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph." Again, the elect, the remnant, right? Which we know, right, pursuing to Isaiah, the 10th chapter, the 21st and 22nd verse, right? That only the remnant is going to return, right? Everybody else is going to have to perish, man. So if this word ultimately resonates with you, right? If this word ultimately, right, it's been weighing on you, hey, you need to get this word, man. Get this wisdom, knowledge, understanding now, and right, and don't wait until the last minute, right? Because at the last minute, when the grid shuts down, that's going to be it. That's going to be the fulfillment of Amos 8 and 11. Let's go to that real quick. You know, Amos chapter 8 and verse 11, it says, "Behold, the days come, and the days are coming," right? "Saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water," which a famine of water and food is creeping up on us, man, right? But more importantly, it says what? But of hearing the words of the Lord. So it's going to be a famine of the word, man, right? So don't wait until the last minute to try to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Because here soon the grid's going to go down, right? However it goes down, right? Whatever false flag Esau Edom uses, right? It's going to go down here soon, man. You know? And that's going to be what? The shutting down of the internet. You're not going to be getting on no videos. You're not going to be able to record videos. You're not going to be able to, you know, really find or listen or watch anything, man. You know, whether it has to do with the truth or not, right? So this is why we tell you, hey, get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now, right? Because when the gates of mercy are closed, hey, whoever has this truth is whoever has it, and whoever doesn't is whoever doesn't. You slack it, man. You know, so if you don't have this word in the times to come, you're not going to be good. Because as it says in Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation, man. Right? So you having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is how you're going to be able to move the way that you need to move in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time when the lights go off, man. Because the scriptures tell you what? Make not haste in the time of trouble, man. Oh, that's beautiful, man. That's a beautiful bird right there, man. It's a little pigeon, which a pigeon is a form of a dove, you know, but this pigeon right here is brown and white, right? Majority brown, but it has white speckles all over it, man. Beautiful pigeon, man. You know, beautiful bird. You know, but nonetheless, man, if you don't have this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you're gonna be asked out, man. You're not gonna know how to move. You're gonna wig the hell out, you know, and that's gonna open up the door for you doing some shit that you don't need to be doing, right? You not walking in wisdom, right? And now you're dead, man, right? Because you went left when you were supposed to go right. You know, you not being in the spirit, man. You know, you not paying attention, you know, and seeing right through the things, you know, that are around you, man. You're gonna be dead, man. And as it says in Sirach, the 5th chapter, the 7th verse, it says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, put not off from day to day." Right? So you're not supposed to sit here and wait till the last minute, man. You're not supposed to sit here and put it off until it's too late. You know? You're supposed to get it right now. You know, but we understand Jake is, you know, the number one procrastinators, man. The number one fucking procrastinators when it comes to anything. This is why they got nigga time. This is why they got all these different fucking demon time. They got all this different stupid shit, man. You know, it's I'm lighting this incense back up. You know, all this dumb shit, man. Right? which is, hey, that's part of that old man. That's part of that wicked motherfucking, you know what I mean? Bullshit society that we're in, man. You know, where it's okay for niggas to be on nigga time, man. You know, hell, man, when somebody's late for a fucking interview, hey, Esau don't even really bat two eyes about it, man. You know, but that's okay because they want you niggas to stay niggas, man. You know, hey, well, the Lord is telling you that y'all ain't niggas, man. Y'all are Israelites. You know, and that this word is for you. This gospel is for you. The coming kingdom is for you. Rulership is for you. All this, the gold, the silver, all this that we see here is for you, right? Beginning with Yahweh Shai, right? The ultimate Jake, man. But again, Jake don't want to listen, man. Jake don't want to take heed to that. Why wouldn't you want to take heed to something that's like, hey, man, let me give you the inside scoop on what's coming. But Jake like, nah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Hey, well, this is going to affect you. It's going to affect your life. You might end up dead. Nah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's Jake, man. Scriptures say they're sottish children. They're stupid, man. Jake, dumb as hell, man. You know? And that's why they're going to have to die, man. That's why they're going to have to fucking die, man. You know? So I just got one more preset, man. I know I've been, you know, speaking a little much, man. Let me grab this and then we'll get out of here. This is Isaiah. I didn't really have too much planned, man. I just, you know, came out here, man, through the Spirit. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6 says, seek ye the Lord while ye may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. He's near, man. Prophets are still out here. Gates of mercy haven't closed yet, you know. You ain't got too much time left, man. You really ain't got too much time left. You know what I mean? We're literally at the end. Anything can happen at any moment, man. Esau already has his charagma ready to be pushed, right? He's already been mass producing it, you know, just like he quick, fast, in a hurry mass produced, you know, the Icky Vicky for the Crown Vic Royale. He already mass produced. I wouldn't doubt it that he was doing mass producing, you know, the charagma at the same time that he was mass producing the Icky Vicky. I wouldn't doubt it, man. You know, so when he comes and rules it out, right, he's already going to be ready. He's already going to be, you know, putting it inside people, man. You know, which he is right now. He's already putting it inside people, man. You know, but who knows, man? Again, he can use the cover of darkness to really start going hard, man. You know, right now he's trying to deceive the masses to take it, right? But not everybody's with it, right? Not a lot of people are taking it. You had that video of that fucking Australian woman, right? She looked like a, you know, possible so-called Asian man, you know? And she ultimately did what? She came out and said it was cool, this and the third, but then made another video a day or two later and said, oh, no, fuck that, you know? Because she wasn't able to get inside her home, wasn't able to get inside her car wasn't working. None of that shit was working, man. You know? So people are seeing that. That's a video that went out. That was over in Australia, and brothers here in America seen it, man. You know? So how much more of these random people, man? So a lot of people aren't going to take it, right? Because of shit like that, man. Not wanting to be tracked and, you know, conspiracy theorists and so on and so forth. And, you know, all these different things, man. So Esau's going to have to come down. You know, he's going to have to force it. And he could shut off the lights to do that, man. Right? So again, this is why we're telling you people to get this wisdom knowledge to understand it now. So that when that shit ultimately pops off, hey, you're going to be good, man. You're going to be straight. Now, I'm not saying that Esau won't, you know, hem you up because you have this word. No, it very well could happen. But at the end of the day, you know, it's better to suffer for well doing than for evil, man. So if you have this word, you've been trying your best to follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and well, guess what, man? Hey, it's going to be a great honor, right? You having this word, you fighting to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and Esau taking you out, rather than Esau just taking you out, and it be a judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai because you didn't want to listen and take heed. You know? Come on, man. There's a balance to it, man. You serving the Lord, it will have you, even if Esau Edom does put you to death, right? You're going to have a great reward with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know? Versus you not taking heed to this word and the Lord bringing Esau Edom down upon you, and he could torture you for days on end, weeks on end, before he finally kills you, man. That's a hard way to go out, man. Being tortured to death, you know, and not being delivered. You seeing someone who's next to you might be in the same fucking jail cell as you, right? That's been serving the Lord, you know, because we know men of the Lord are going to get hammed up. That's been serving the Lord, you know, and he gets spiritual power and gets out of the situation while you still in that motherfucker, man. Still getting tortured, still getting killed, you know? Who knows, man? This is why you need to get the wisdom, knowledge, understanding Yahweh Bashim Al Shai now, man. Right? Quit being lazy, quit being fucking niggas, man. You know? But that's all I really got, man. I don't really have too much, man. You know, so with that, Lord Will is edifying. Lord Will straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Al Shai, Bashim, Rachak Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone. Till next time, I say shalom.